Y'all, we're going to talk about what this restaurant in LA has allegedly been doing, accused by ex-employees and customers. But we're also going to get into what a MAGA influencer called Emily Saves America has chosen to do with this information. She has essentially chosen to become a stain on MAGA. We're sick of being called racist. We're sick of being called bigots. We're sick of being called all of the things that they call us. Yet instead of denouncing this behavior, she chose to endorse it. So first, let's get into what the restaurant has allegedly been doing.
New at 11, a local restaurant with multiple locations in our area is accused of discriminating against some of its customers. NBC4's Darsha Phillips is in the Melrose district for us tonight. Darsha.
Yeah, Carolyn, Great White here on Melrose, receiving a lot of backlash after an Asian patron said that she and other people of color were discriminated against and segregated to one portion of the restaurant. Now, dozens of people posting online saying they had similar experiences at the Great White and its other locations.
Hi guys, I'm at Great White, and I don't know if it's just me, but they put all Asians in one corner.
Cassidy Cho and her boyfriend dined at Great White Melrose on Saturday, September 27th, when she says she noticed the restaurant was seating all of the patrons who appeared to be Asian in one section of the restaurant.
The new party just came. But look.
Video she posted to social media documenting her experience got thousands of views and comments. And Cassidy says she quickly realized her experience wasn't unique.
And everybody in the comments were like, no, like that happened to us. And I think there were so many people coming to light and saying that's a shared experience that we've had.
Numerous reviews online for Great White Melrose and their other locations also had comments going back years alleging that people of color were discriminated against. And so many new comments flooded in after Cassidy's video that some sites had to temporarily restrict patrons from leaving their reviews. Some of those comments were answered saying that Great White does not tolerate acts of discrimination at any of their establishments. However, NBC4 tracked down former employees who say this was part of the management culture.
They were very direct about telling me to make sure I limit the amount of ethnic people that are coming in.
Sarah Breyer says she worked for Grand Blanco in Venice Beach in 2023 when it was owned by Sam Trude and Sam Cooper, the co-founders of the Great White Restaurants. She says her management directed her to treat people of color differently.
If Asian guests came in, we were told to seat them outside. Like, they never got an inside table.
Montana Pine also says she worked at Grand Blanco as a server when Sarah was a host there.
We were instructed to tell people that the restaurant was at capacity when, certain demographics came in that they did not want in the restaurant.
Montana quit a year ago. Both women said it was all too much to deal with.
It was so horrible because, I knew everything that I was a part of was wrong.
Grand Blanco posted this on its Instagram account Thursday. We'd like to share that Grand Blanco is now under new ownership and management as of June 1st, 2025. We're an independently, locally operated business committed to creating a welcoming space for everyone in the community. NBC4 also reached out to Great White and offered them a chance to respond on camera. We received this statement. Great White is named after a shark. It has nothing to do with race. Any notion that we have mistreated customers or employees or seated people based on their ethnicity is absolutely outrageous and completely false. Everyone is welcome here. But for Cassidy, she says she experienced this firsthand. And while Great White was once a favorite spot of hers, she won't be eating there again.
If those are the type of behaviors that they're pushing forward, I don't think it's type of people that I also want to support. So I don't think I'll be going back.
And Great White has locations in Venice Beach, Brentwood, Larchmont, and here in West Hollywood. Reporting live, I'm Darsha Phillips, NBC4 News.
So while it is entirely possible that these could be disgruntled employees, the customers have also been experiencing this. And to be honest, the employees looked like they were being pretty genuine. Although I think that as soon as I saw this the very first time, I probably would have quit and found a different job. I don't know if that's exactly what they did or not, but allegedly, they were obviously allegedly sitting minorities in different parts of the restaurant, sitting Asians outside all together. You could see the group of Asians all sitting together, and it didn't appear that they all knew each other. They were being instructed to tell people that the restaurant was at capacity when it was not, and only instructed to tell that to certain demographics. I don't think that the restaurant is named Great White because they're thinking, I don't think that's a white supremacist name. I think it's actually named after the shark. I don't know if the influencer Emily that I was talking about really got the full story, but she said something during her video that she shouldn't have said. And it's very irresponsible for her to have said that while she's representing MAGA and she has a large platform. So that's what I meant by she is now becoming a stain on MAGA, in my opinion.
Literally, countless people of color says that they would never eat at a place called Great White. It's starting to become really obvious that it was never about sharks all along, and they just didn't want people of color to feel comfortable eating there.
This is why LA's failing, okay? Great White is delicious, it's consistent, and now that I know they're white supremacists, I will support them even more than I already do. And here's the thing.
There it is. Y'all, I think that she's just thinking that the name is being considered to be racist, and she has no idea that they're actually being accused of being racist. But the fact that she just said, now that I know that they're white supremacists, I will definitely eat there more. Y'all, let's see what else she has to say.
They make great food. The service, whatever, I don't know. Never been that great. I'm white. They didn't treat me better. But they make good food. The only thing that should qualify for a restaurant being open and remaining open is great food. They're like, Great White. It's all, the pieces are fitting together. They're talking about white people being great. So I go to these restaurants, all the locations, all the time. It is a very hipster. It is very diverse. First of all, the only thing they would do would be actually racist is if they straight up just denied you service. I'm not extremely knowledgeable about food that Black people tend to eat, but it's usually not healthy Australian style breakfast. So I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe that's why you don't see tons of Black people there. If you went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, I don't think you would see just 4 feet tall Chinese women anymore.
Y'all, I don't know about you, but I've seen Black people eat lots of fruits and healthy foods in my life. Okay. So clearly she doesn't know the story, but she should not have said what she said. And if that's truly how she feels, she is truly a stain on Republicans. And I don't know if she's made a follow-up video to this to apologize or anything. It doesn't look like this particular video got a whole lot of traction because it only has 2.7 thousand likes. And I disliked it, obviously. And it only has 384 comments. And this is on YouTube. And she's a pretty popular YouTuber. So I don't think that a lot of people really enjoyed the fact that she said this. This is not a good representation of Trump supporters or Republicans in general. And I just checked and no, she has not made a follow-up video to this video. So I guess she's just going to leave it as is. I guess she's just going to let everyone believe that MAGA is racist. Let them have validation points that MAGA is racist because this big influencer is openly being racist on camera. What she needs to do is make another video and explain that she didn't understand that they were being accused of actually being racist and that it wasn't just about the name where people twist the truth because they always do. It wasn't just about that. She needs to explain and denounce the behaviors that they have been doing and apologize to the movement because this is just sick. I'll be checking in to see what happens with this. If anything happens to the restaurants, obviously the one restaurant has been under new management since June or July. So apparently they're probably addressing this and maybe not continuing these practices. I don't know if the other restaurants have followed suit, if people are eyeing buying the restaurants or whatever, since now they have all this bad publicity, but I'll follow it along and see if there's any follow up to it. And I'll let you know if there's any follow up from Emily, like she should do. But let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about this? Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, hit the notification icon because YouTube doesn't send my videos out, and I'll see you on the next one.